Hi, this is Alisa Wagner, and I want to talk about my book, Eve of Awakening. It's my debut novel. I wrote it and I started writing it in fall of 2005, and I finished it in January of 2006. And so there were a few things in my book, 4 things actually, that I had to prophesy because they hadn't become a reality yet. And as time has gone by, they've actually become a reality. And the first thing is Facebook. In my novel, I had to make up this whole social world where everybody did everything online. That's where their status symbol was. That's where their work was done. And it almost became an alternate life that they lived through the internet. And it has come true for the most part because of Facebook, where we have a lot of our relationships through Facebook, and we do a lot of our we show a lot of our stuff that we're proud of and our kids and different things. We actually put it on Facebook, and socially, through social media, people can see what we are doing. The second thing is smartphones. In my book, Eve of Awakening, the purpose of life is production. So production actually usurps relationships and the quality of life. Your purpose and meaning comes from producing and creating a lot of things, a lot of intellectual works. And so my main character, Eve, for her to be productive even when she was in the limousine going to different PR events, I made up something called a portable because I wanted her computer, or a smaller portion of her computer, to go with her. And now, of course, we have smartphones. And the third one is Amazon. So in my book, there's 2 kind of cultures. There's 2 kinds of group of people. There's the efficientists and there's the colonials. And the efficientists do not leave the house unless they have to for PR events, public relation events. And so they have what they call runners, and these are the people that bring the goods to the efficientist. And all the runners are colonials. And so with Amazon, Amazon's almost taking over, because now a lot of people are not leaving their house to go to the malls or different stores, because we can just have it delivered to our home. And the 4th one is text messaging. In my book, Eve of Awakening, there's 3 dialects. There's twin variety, sibling variety, and I think acquaintance variety. And so twin variety is a abbreviated version of English, and the efficientists have to have that abbreviated language so they can produce faster. They can actually condense data and produce it faster. And with text messaging, you actually see this condensed language that's coming out with abbreviations like LOL, and just we're shortening the language in order to be able to text quicker. There's one more thing in my book that's a prophecy that hasn't come true yet, and that was the sleeper. And the sleeper is what everybody wants. It's where you take, you sleep in this machine, and it gives you 8 hours of sleep and about a little over 2 hours of sleep. And so they haven't made that yet. And actually in my book, it's a metaphor of something not good, because we are becoming so efficient in our Western culture that we actually want to take away sleep. You know, we're slowly taking away these things that are a normal part of life, a healthy part of life, like relationships and speaking to people face to face and really being in the mess and beauty of relationships. We're taking that all away, and we're substituting lesser versions of them through social media and stuff. But the sleeper is a big part of my first book, because what happens if you're so used to being busy and you're so used to being productive, and all of a sudden you wake up and you're awake but you cannot move. And so what happens to a person who's so used to always being distracted? What do they do in that time? And that's what Eve has to figure out. So I hope you guys check out the book. It's the first of the Anoma series. It's called Eve of Awakening. The second one is Bear into Redemption. And this is where she actually goes into the colonies, and you meet Bear. He's a circuit fighter. He's like a street fighter, and he's half Caddo Indian and half white, and so I had to do a lot of research on Caddo Indians. And the third book is Mark Within Salvation, and that focuses on Eve's brother, half-brother. And then I am writing the fourth book, and the fourth book's called Hunt for Understanding, and this one is from the perspective of Randall Hunt. And you'll actually read him in the first part of book 1, and so he's coming back full circle. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Go check out my book, Eve of Awakening, and enjoy my story.